What is up, you guys? Dennis Garcia here. How the fuck are you guys doing? I am not doing the best, if I'm being 100% completely honest, but we're gonna get to why I'm not doing the best in a little bit. Obviously, if you guys have seen the title of this video and you follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook, then you already know why I'm not doing the best, but we'll dive into that a little bit more into the video. Right now, I just kind of wanna take some time to just say hi. It's been some time since I've last vlogged on my iPhone, and obviously, right now, I am not currently vlogging on my iPhone anymore. I am now vlogging on my Canon EOS R that I have back in my life. I finally got my camera again. I got the same lens, got the same setup, and I'm so excited to start filming good quality vlogs on my channel again. It's a new year, and 2020 has just been a shitty year. It's literally been a month and a half into the year, and already my year is falling apart, and we haven't even surpassed 2 months of 2020. It's literally been like 45 days into 2020, and I'm already falling apart. As you guys read the title, yesterday I lost my little bubs, my little Leo, my Chinese water dragon. He passed away yesterday in the afternoon, and it's been really fucking hard. The sadness and the emotional mess that I am comes in waves. You know, there's times where I'll be fine and I'll just think like, you know, I gave him the best life that I could. And then other times I'm like, fuck, when I walk through that door, he's not gonna be here anymore. It's first of all, to start off 2020, I lost my car. Wrecked my car in a car accident. My body's still a little bit fucked up. My hand still fucking hurts. This hand, the handicap hand, still fucking hurts, which is just all sorts of fun on its own. On top of that, I am $2,000 in debt because I'm still paying off this car. The insurance only paid off like $12,000 and I still owe $2,000. So that's fun. Third of all, lost my little Leo yesterday, which is just like the fucking cherry on top. Actually, no, that's the whipped cream on top. The cherry on top is that right as I started bawling my eyes out and crying for my lizard, I immediately got sick. Like, I have not been sick in like a year and a half or two. The minute that I start crying and feeling weak, all the viruses attacked me, and like my throat, I don't know if you guys can hear the way I sound. I sound nasally and congested and gross, and it was bad. Last night was bad. I had a slight fever, my bones were aching, I was freezing cold. I literally took a shower in boiling hot water, and I'm not even fucking playing with you guys when I tell you that. When I got to that shower, I turned it all the way, and it was literally boiling hot, and it still wasn't hot enough for me. And then I came, laid in bed, bundled up with like 3 blankets, had my heater on at like 87 degrees, and I was still cold. And I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning in bed until like 6 in the morning. Didn't even go to school because that's how fucking exhausted I was. I literally had to be up for school at 6:30. And I was not going to be a pleasant person. I was going to like be an emotional mess, first of all. Second of all, a tired mess. And emotional and tired just don't really mesh well in the real world. And I thought, you know what? I really just need to take a personal day, like be alone, be by myself, and just chill. So that's what I did. I pretty much stayed home all day. I went to go and have lunch with my mom, which was nice. It was just us two. We cried, we laughed. I'm like usually the first person that like sort of pokes fun at death in a dark way. I have a really dark sense of humor when it comes to death. I joke around about death. Even after my car accident, I still joke about death. You know, I try not to take my life so seriously because at any moment my life could be taken away. The only thing that is for sure in this lifetime is death. Yesterday just hit hard for a lot of reasons. One of those reasons is because Leo was one of the first pets that I got when I was out on my own. You know, I've had like dogs before and cats before, but they were always like my parents' animals, and they became an extension of our family, but they weren't mine. You know, I've been in apartments with like ex-boyfriends, roommates, and friends where they have their pets, and again, that's kind of like an extension of like them, and they become a part of me, but like their death wouldn't affect me as much as it would have with it being my own pet. And I've had Leo collectively, me and my ex-boyfriend have had Leo for about 5 years. We got him in, I think it was July of 2015. And me and my ex were together up until December of 2016. And then I left, broke up with him, moved out, and I knew that I couldn't take care of Leo the way that my ex could. So I left Leo with my ex. And for 2.5 years, I felt like a piece of me was missing. Like I felt empty. I felt sad all the time. Like I would constantly post on Instagram and Facebook and be like, I miss my Leo. I miss my Chinese water dragon. I just want him back. And then in February of 2019, my ex contacted me on Facebook and he was like, hey, I can't keep Leo to the place that I'm going to be going to. Would you like him back? I immediately jumped on the opportunity and was like, yes, I will take him back. Let me have him. We made plans after I came back from the East Coast in May to go pick him up. I want to go pick him up. And ever since May, I was like in love again. You know, it was like my son had come back home and he was like mine full time. And like, I didn't have to like do custody battles or like think about how is he, because he was there. I was seeing him. And since May, I had him and we had the most amazing 8-9 months together. And I tried to give him the best life that I could, that I knew he would want. Unfortunately, he did die yesterday sooner than I would have liked. Most water dragons live 10 to 15 years. Mine lived at about 5. I came home yesterday around like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and he was in his tub of water just like not moving. And I picked him up and he like woke up for a little bit and I put him on top of the bed and he like flipped over and he fell back in his tub. And then from then on, he just started going down and within like the hour, he was dead. There really wasn't much that I could do. Even if I would have taken him to the vet, there would not have been any time to save him, you know? I kept his body for like a day just to sort of see if there was any sort of miracle that he was just hibernating or sleeping. I mean, I know that's not possible. I've had him on and off for 5 years and I know about their kind and I know that they don't hibernate, but I was in some fucked up space in my head. I thought maybe he'll wake up and woke up today. He was still dead and he had gotten a little more browner, which is never a good sign. And his eyes were a little bit sunken in and I knew it was time to let go. So my mom came over. I took him in his tub. I put him in a towel. Whoo! Don't want to cry. And we took him to a place where he would be taken care of. I don't know what they do with animals. I don't want to know. I just know that I don't know. I don't know what I know. I don't know what I didn't want to know. It has been extremely difficult. Whoo! And I'm gonna start crying again. And I don't fucking care if you guys see or if you guys know, because it's really fucking hard. You know, Leo came back into my life in a time where I didn't want to be around anymore. You know, life had just gotten so fucking fucked up with my stutter and not being able to talk and not being able to do my job correctly and not being able to make friends. I felt so alone. I felt so lonely. I felt so depressed. On top of that, like, I felt mentally unstable. You know, I felt retarded and incompetent and unworthy of people's love. And I've been single for about 3 years now and learning the ropes of how to be alone and how to be happy being alone and not necessarily being lonely. Leo really brought me back to life, you know. When I got into that car accident, all I could think about as the impact happened is, fuck, I need to stay alive. I need to be alive so I can see life with my fucking pet through, you know? I want to be the one to see him pass on, you know? I want to be the one to take care of him until his last breaths. And if I'm not there to take care of him and love him the way that I love him, nobody's going to be able to replicate that love, that unconditional love, because he's not your pet, you know? Leo was an extension of my being. Whew. And I have never had that sort of love for an animal ever in my life, you know? Like, I've never felt as empty as I did when I had to leave him when I broke up with my ex, you know? And when I got him back, it was like that piece of my heart came back and I felt whole again. And I would come home and he'd be there and I would pick him up and he would like climb on me, or he would fall asleep on me, or he would just be living his best life with me. And I gave him the best 8 months that I could. It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck because now I'm coming home to an empty house again. And especially now that I'm living on my own, like I don't come home to my parents. I don't come home to my brother. I don't come home to roommates or a boyfriend or friends. I literally come home to an empty place. And I don't think that I could handle having another pet right now. My life is going in a different direction right now, and I want to do a lot more traveling, and part of being able to travel is not having pets, because you have to find somebody to take care of them wherever it is that you're gonna go. And I don't think I have the responsibility right now to get another pet, or the emotional capacity to care for and fall in love with another living thing. So I think for now, until I get like a boyfriend or husband and we live in a apartment or house or have a happy life somewhere, I think that would be the only time that I would consider getting another pet. I think right now it's time for me to just be alone, truly be alone. Whew, that's gonna hit hard later. And just, I don't know, learn how to be okay without him. And it's gonna suck, and it's hard, and it's gonna be hard, but I gave him the best 8 months that I could. And I don't know, I feel like I did the best that I could, and I loved him as best as I could. Shit happens, and life happens, and it sucks when it does, and it's heartbreaking when it does, but that's life. Anyways, I'm back with a camera on my channel, which is nice quality camera. I'm hoping to do a lot more vlogs and a lot more content for you guys, and finally give you guys an updated apartment tour. I have not given you guys an apartment tour since I moved in October, and that was before I even decorated it and bought all the stuff that I have now from like IKEA and all this other stuff. There's still a bit that I need to decorate here and there, so I might hold off until I get those pieces, but apartment tour coming soon. Aside from that, I hope that you guys are having a good day and a good week and a good month and a good year and a good life, and I will see you guys on the next video, vlog, whenever that is. Aside from that, I will see you guys later. Bye.